Hello, online crew. We are here for Social Media Tip of the Week, edition 7. So what we're going to talk about today is ways to help you overcome the declining organic reach in social media. So when we're on social media, we often rely on just organic reach. We're relying on the platform that we are on to send out our content to a lot of people. Oh, hey, I've got comments today. Good morning, Andrew. How are you? Thank you for saying hello to Henry. So lovely to see I've got comments today. Yesterday, I did not. Hello, Sean. How are you? Thank you for saying hello to Henry. If you're not aware, Henry is our little trusty fishy here that guards Palm Cove when we are not here. Like yesterday, I was about at my son's sports day. Oh, and guess what? Their team won. Their team won sports day, so it was a good day. Hello, Sandrine. Hello, Barbara. How are you? Good to see you all jumping on and that I can see your comments. Hello, Glenn. How are you? So great. Hey, Rob. Good to see you all jumping in and that I can see comments. Hello, Olive. Awesome. Anybody? Hey, Tamara. How are you? Good to see you catching you live, or you catching me live, should I say. Oh, Sandrine's finally a top fan. I don't know why you didn't get that before, Sandrine. You definitely deserved it. So it's awesome to see that that's kicked in for you. Look at all these top fans here. Kelly, great to see you all jumping on. Anybody catching the replay later, please put the word replay down below. So, hey, Peter, so I can give you a shout out afterwards. So if you're not aware, hello Tammy, great to see you on. If you are not aware of my lives, I go live 5 days a week at the same time. At the beginning of the week, I start with some kind of personal development, personal growth, so we can start off the week right, which is really important, because if you don't have it going on here, doesn't matter what I share with you regarding building your business online, you may even sabotage, self-sabotage your own success. So it's really important that we're in the right mindset, we have belief, we're ready to conquer fear, we just jump in and do things even when they scare us. All that kind of stuff is a huge element. Hello, Julie. Huge element to whether you are going to be successful or not. It's often not what we're doing, the actions that we're taking, it's whether we believe or not, whether those actions are going to result to any kind of success, what we're doing. So it's really, really important. And at the end of the week, I finish off with a social media tip of the week. Now, this is generally research-based. I don't like just to share with you stuff that I think is good. It's either stuff that I've researched or a company has researched and given out their findings, something I'm doing on social media myself that I have seen that results in better engagement, interaction, those kind of things. Today comes from research. It's research-backed. And what they were exploring in their research is, yes, organic reach is lessening. Hey Jason, good to see you, jump on. It's lessening. So how do we overcome this obstacle that our content is not getting shared out to enough people? So social media is just growing and growing and growing and growing. So it was 2 billion people on, let's take Facebook every month. Now it's 2.5 billion. And as we grow and, generations come through and people are embracing technology, more and more people are jumping on social media, which means, take Facebook, for example. It's got about, take daily, about 3, so you take for average the amount of sort of friends and people that you've got on your Facebook. There's probably about 3,000 posts that Facebook has to work out, about 300 of those, which ones are they going to send to you? What's happening in the background in the algorithm to work out which 300 of 3,000 posts are they going to put in front of you? And all of this depends on who you're interacting with, your engagement, who's engaging with you, what kind of content you're putting out, whether that's going to limit your reach because you're being spammy, or whether you're putting good, valuable content for your audience. All that has a huge play in who Facebook sends your content to and what they put in front of you. So you need to be very aware of, you know, things like the Facebook algorithm. Hey, Tina, what you should be posting, whatever. So it's really important to keep, you know, on top of all this kind of stuff. Keep your knowledge up to speed about what's going on. And so I do a lot of research in this area to know what's going on. What can I recommend to you guys? What can I try myself? How do we keep up with keeping our content fresh and so people will engage with it and interact with it, etc. So today's topic is organic reach. And how do we stay ahead of the game? What are some of the things that you and I need to be aware of to stay ahead of the game? So do you want to know some tips to help you stay on top of organic reach rather than being absorbed in the decline of organic reach? Does this sound good? Do you want to know what these things are? If you do, send me some likes and loves. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Simone. Or is it Simone? I can't remember. Good to see you on live. So if you are here with us live, put the palm tree down below. The palm tree is our mascot here for our community. If you don't know who I am, you've never heard me on a live before. Hey Sherry, how you going? I am Helen Martin. I am your online crew captain and I represent the most awesome community here of home-based business owners. So that could be small business, entrepreneur, network marketer, direct seller, MLM, any kind of small business that you know, you're trying to get off the ground. That's who we represent here. I have a free Facebook community which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. If you are part of that community, put the fish down below. If you are part of my private coaching community, online crew coaching. Yes, my captain, Cherry says. Put the cruise ship down below. This is the SS Martin. We have a goal here to get your businesses cranking to an extent where we can all go on a holiday together on the SS Martin. This is called the SS Martin. This is representative of my coaching community. And believe it or not, you can get into that community for free for the whole month of March. So if you're not with us in that community, that awesome community over there, feel free. I've got the link up there in the description cryptically. So I've written www.helenmartinonline.com. Two things when you go to my website. About 3/4 of the way down on the first page, you can get into our Facebook video challenge, 30-day Facebook video challenge that's going on at the moment. That's free access. Feel free to get into there. Even though we've already started, you're welcome over there. And the graphic to join our coaching community for free is there as well. You're not committed to stay there after March. If you want to get out of that coaching community at the end of March, you know, you're more than welcome. You are in complete control. Next week, we are doing a boot camp of networking. If you have exhausted your warm market, you're not doing Facebook advertising to get to more people, then you better get networking. So that's what next week's boot camp in that private coaching community for 3 days. I will be talking about how do you network, mainly on Facebook, okay? So, but you can use these strategies in other platforms as well. So if you want to join our boot camp next week and get into that, then go to my website, click on the graphic, ask to join. Now, let's get into the content for today. 10 ways, I've got my notes here if I'm looking down, 10 ways to fight the decline in organic reach in social media, research backed, not Helen Martin just saying this, research backed, okay? So number 1, know the algorithms. There are different algorithms for different places that you are on social media. Keep up with it. Keep listening to people like me or other people that are teaching you about the algorithm and keep up with what is important in relation to posting in different areas. So things like recency, it is a word, Sean, I didn't make it up. Recency, so how long ago you posted. What's important with different platforms about that? So let me give you an example. Hello, Lenise, how are you? I finally caught you live. It's actually live. It is live. Awesome to see you here. Thank you for joining us. So things like, let me give you an example. You shouldn't be posting any more than about 3 times a day in your Facebook newsfeed. Whereas I will tell you with Facebook stories, post as many times as you like. Post 10 times if you like in Facebook stories. So that's number 1 in the algorithm. Know on the platform that you are on, how often should you be posting? So that's all part of the algorithm, how recently or how often you should post. That's something that you should be aware of depending where you are putting content out. The second one is relevancy. What are you posting in relation to the audience that you have in different areas? So make sure the information that you're posting is relevant. Otherwise, the Facebook algorithm is going to kill you. Not literally, but kill your organic reach. So the information that you're putting out, particularly think of things like business pages. If you've branded yourself in a certain way and you're posting a whole lot of different stuff, it's not relevant to your audience. Facebook knows that in the background, so it's going to kill your organic reach. So not only the how often, so it is called recency. That's what they wrote. I didn't think recency was a word, but anyway, recency, it's relevancy, and it's also obviously engagement, putting out content that people will engage on. So you need to be monitoring this kind of stuff. If you put out content that nobody's engaging on, what's that telling you? That you're not giving them enough value, that you're not posting relevant content for your market. They're not just grooving what you're putting out. Grooving? Put that in the dictionary, Sean. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just spit out my own words. And Sean's creating a Helen Martin sort of dictionary. So I just spit out all these individual words. So that's number one, know the algorithm on the different platforms that you're posting. So from Instagram to Facebook stories. Facebook stories and Facebook are two different algorithms. Did you even know that? So unless you know, grooving, unless you know that how the algorithm sort of works on those different sort of areas and different platforms, you could be killing your organic reach. So keep up to speed with all of this kind of stuff, guys. Number two, how do you fight the decline in organic reach? No surprise here, guys. Go live. Go live. Live video. It's one of the most powerful, if you haven't gathered this over time, the most powerful tool that you can use in, working the algorithm, giving good value, getting people to know that you're genuine, authentic, all that kind of stuff. Going live is the most powerful thing you can do on social media today. If you are scared shitless, or you are shared skitless of doing that, get into our video challenge. Listen to my videos and all the tools and the tricks and the technical tips. Listen to yesterday's Facebook Live of mine regarding 11 technical tips for your lives. Those kind of things. Start learning about how to do live if you're not there yet. So that's where you go to my website and just ask to join the group. It's free. Number three, user-generated content. So what I mean by that, it's original from you. It's not stuff you're sharing. So I've looked at some people. Hello, Glenn. I didn't know. Did I say hello to you before? I can't remember. If you are sharing, so I look at some people's Facebook, news feeds, and it's full of shared content, or they're sharing from other places. So you might even be sharing from your personal page to your business page, or your business page to your personal page. So it's just all shared content from other areas. You will get caned for that. So if you are just doing shared content, even from your own other places, or shared content from other people, you are not going to help your organic reach. Sherry, I just saw you say hello to Boyd. Is Boyd on live? Hello, Boyd, if you are on live. So original content is where it's at for organic reach. So shared content is fine if it's relevant to your audience. Shared content is fine if it's bringing value to your audience. So like what I'm saying here and bringing value to you hear in relation to, how do you overcome the decline in organic reach? This may be something that's relevant to your audience. So you might choose to share this video to your audience because it's relevant to them, and you're the tour guide, if you like, for that information, which makes you look good because it's useful information that you've shared. So I don't want you to be scared of shared content. If it's really relevant to your audience, you want to share it, but you just don't want to do it all the time. So what they're going to favor is original generated content rather than all shared content. So don't be afraid of shared content. Just don't do it in every single post, because Facebook knows it's not your originally generated content. So your own posts, your own thoughts, your own status to updates, your own lives. So they're going to favor user generated content. So your content over all shared content. Okay. Number 4, unique content for each platform. So if you're in Instagram, if you're in Facebook newsfeed, if you're in Facebook stories, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on YouTube, whatever platforms that you are using, do not use exactly the same content on every single platform that you are on. So even from the Facebook newsfeed to Facebook stories, you want slightly different content. You don't want to post exactly the same content on your Facebook newsfeed as you've got going over on your Facebook stories. Why do I need to be in Facebook stories when I'm seeing exactly the same content in the newsfeed? Why do I need to be over on Instagram because you're posting exactly the same stuff on Facebook newsfeed, or vice versa? So that's going to keep your organic reach down in different platforms if it's exactly the same content everywhere that you are. People want to see different content on different platforms. So that is something that is going to help. Does that take more energy and thought and, creativity? Perhaps. But if you want to stand out, if you want the organic reach, you need to be doing, and it doesn't have to be hugely different content, just different variations of your content, or maybe a different thought, or a different variation of a thought, or a slightly different image. So it's not exactly the same, okay? Number 5, put a budget behind it. So if you want to overcome the decline in organic reach, but you really want to grow your business on social media, put some kind of budget behind either learning social media, maybe every now and again boosting a post if you've got a business page, but please don't go and do that unless you know what you're doing. Boosting posts is one of the fastest way for you to lose money on Facebook advertising if you don't know what you're doing. So yes, it's a cheap way to get your information out there, but it's a very fast way. Hey, Kathy, it's a very fast way to put some money down the toilet if you don't know how to use the boosting features. But whether it's actually something like boosting on Facebook or advertising in some sort, or just money towards keeping yourself up to date, like learning strategies, just keeping up to date with some coaching or things like that, it is good to put some kind of effort and budget behind your business to keep up to date with what's going on. Number 6, influencer marketing. So what we mean by that, or what the research means by that, is every now and again bring an influencer into your marketing, so it's not just you saying something. You know what it's like when a parent says something to a child and they don't listen, and somebody comes along that they like and respect and says exactly the same thing that you've been saying for weeks, and they listen to them but they don't listen to you. Sometimes the same voice doesn't have the same connection with somebody, and sometimes people need to hear it from somebody else to get the message through. Why do you think in network marketing that it's a really good idea for you not to do the talking and for your upline or a system to do the talking? Because it's not you. You shouldn't be telling your friends all the information about everything to do with your company. You should be letting an influencer in your business do that talking for you. It's a completely different message taken in a completely different way. So most network marketing companies will have that kind of system where they tell you to don't stop talking. Don't tell your friends everything that they want to know, because you're not the influencer, you're their friend. Get an upline or somebody else to do the talking and the learning, because it's absorbed in a completely different light. Same with your online journey. Sometimes it needs to be somebody else of influence in the same space doing the talking and the teaching and the learning rather than just you. So every now and again, bring in an influencer to your messaging online rather than it always being you. Why do you think we do dual lives? with influencers in our marketplace and things like that. So dual lives, if you don't know what that is, it's just bringing somebody else onto your live and sharing some valuable information because they're the person that knows more than you do. Okay? So, all right, is the liking campaign you taught us on the branding campaign worth the money? I haven't done it yet because I'm so scared to waste money. No, as long as you're getting the right training, Sahore, it's awesome. It's the best way to get the best targeted people on a business page. So I've always got a likes campaign running on my business page. The reason for that, because I can go into Facebook and go, right, I want men and women, I want them this age bracket, I want them to be interested in this, and I want you to ask them to like my page. That is so much more effective for you, Sahore, than going out on a business page, talking, you're doing lives, you're putting content out, you're doing all these things, and you're not growing your audience for one, because organic reach on a business page is harder than on a personal page. But let's put that into perspective for a minute. People say to me all the time, I get so much more engagement when I do a live on my personal page than when I do a live on my business page. Okay, let's put that into perspective. You've been putting content on a personal Facebook page for about 10 years, maybe 8, 10, 15 years if you've been on Facebook since word go. You cannot compare the engagement and the interaction you're going to get on a personal page that's been around for 10 years to a business page that's been around for maybe 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So people have to put that into perspective. You're always going to get less reach on a less established business page. Give it time, guys. You need to be consistent and earn the respect of the audience. But to just pick up on Sahore's question about a likes campaign enables you to grow your business page with the perfect prospects as long as you get your targeting right. So it's definitely not a waste of money, Sahore. This is an exact example of what number was it? Number 5, put a budget behind it. That's where you want, hey Heather, how are you? That's where you want something like a budget for your business. You are paying to, yes, grow your audience, but they are your perfect prospect. This is why I love Facebook advertising when you know what you're doing. And when you get in a course like that, my branding course, and I can teach you the right way to do it, then people going off and boosting posts and doing a likes campaign and they say it's not working, it's too expensive, all the rest of it. And I go and look in their likes campaign, there's no targeting on it, it's the wrong people, it's costing them $5 per like, and it's going, oh, where did you learn how to do this? Oh, I didn't. I just went and played around. Now, I'm all for playing around on Facebook, not when it comes to Facebook advertising though. You don't want to play when it comes to money. Play with organic stuff. Play with different engagement strategies. Play on Facebook stories. Go and play on different apps and features and platforms and whatever. No worries if you've got the time. Don't play on Facebook advertising unless you know what you're doing. So Jorge, don't be scared of that. You can turn it on and off when you like, but you can't grow your audience with a perfectly targeted market unless you sort of try that strategy out. And that's what I'm there for in the branding course, Jorge, that we can jump on those live Zoom calls. We've got one next week, so I can guide you and look at what you're doing and say, oh, no, let's stop that. Or, yeah, that's awesome. You go, girl. Okay? Thank you, Helen. I'm so grateful I found you. Oh, thank you for your lovely comment. So I hope that answers your question, Sahore. So influencer marketing was number 6. Number 7, stories. Stories on any platform, if it's available to you. Instagram stories, Facebook stories. Stories is the new way that social media is going. Quick, sharp, micro content, blend your business, create curiosity. Stories is where it's at. If you are not doing them, you are missing out. If you want to increase your organic reach, get on Facebook stories now. If you've not seen and I shared it on this page, I've shared it in my other communities. I did a little training for a community that I mentor. called Elite Marketing Pro, and I shared that training on this page. It'll just be down on the newsfeed. I shared it in my groups as well, and it was a little training about Facebook stories. If you don't know much about stories or what's happening right now in Facebook stories leading up to Easter, go and find that video and watch it. It's really critical that you get on the bandwagon now with Facebook stories. If you do not know what I'm talking about, if you're in any of my groups, it's in there. But even here on my public page here, it won't be too far down the newsfeed because I only did it a couple of days ago. So go and find that video and work out what's going on in the big wide world of Facebook stories. Sahore, I will jump on the Zoom next week. Yeah, so the Zoom next week, Sahore, is mainly about reviewing the pages. As you know, you've been there, done it before. But if you want me to look at your likes campaign, if you do one, I'm happy to look at that for you. Okay, so stories is number 7 because the algorithm's favoring it, particularly in Facebook. You know, it's been in Instagram for quite a while. It's fairly new to Facebook stories, but they've made some changes in the background with Facebook at the moment that they're favoring the organic reach of stories rather than newsfeed. So Facebook stories growth is growing 15 times faster than the newsfeed. So what does that tell you? Where should you be more often than not? And it's such quick content that you can put out. You don't need to have a lot of thought behind it. Number 8, quality content. Now, you can be on social media putting a whole lot of crap out. Honestly, you can. And that's not going to help you with your organic reach. If you're in network marketing and you're still posting a whole lot of, pictures of your products and special of the month, and you're in the best company, come and join me, and all that kind of money making crap, get on my webinar, all that kind of stuff, your organic reach is going to die in the behind. Facebook is got bots in the background that are monitoring all that content. They know what content you're putting out. They know if it's genuine. They know if you're giving value or whether you're being salesy. So if you're putting posts out about your products and how wonderful they are, and it's a picture of a network marketing product, good luck on social media going forward, because that's the kind of stuff that Facebook particularly are limiting reach for, because they don't like it. They don't like our business model. It's not, and especially on personal Facebook pages, it's against policies now to do that. You're not to actively promote a business on your personal Facebook page. Your personal Facebook page is there for fun, for family, for what are you up to, where are you going, what fun are you having, what birthday parties are you at, what sports day are you at, all those kind of things. That's what a personal Facebook page is for. It's not to push your business. Network marketers have destroyed personal profiles and done a lot of damage in pushing their business on their personal profile when it's not the intention of a personal profile at all. It's not for your personal business gain to push your business on a personal profile. It's against Facebook policy now. So even if your Facebook page isn't getting shut down, your organic reach is going to die. So I have a lot of network marketers that reach out to me and go, I'm doing everything that I'm told to do. I'm posting 5 times a day. I'm friending 5 to 10 people a day and then messaging through Messenger the script that I've been told to use. And it's not working for me. Wonder why. You're leading with your pocket and your own gain to build your business rather than leading with value. Does it take longer to lead with value? Yes. But how beneficial is it? I can't, what is it? But how many people, I think it's over 25, whatever, have joined my network marketing team in the last, under a month. Why? Because you attract quality people to you and you do things the right way, show them the right way, and then your business grows. You just push your stuff out and people on social media. What's attractive about that? So, okay, lost connection. Are we back? Can someone just say, you're back? Just to let me know that I'm back. Sorry about the interruption there. Just said network problem or whatever it said. So Sean, so until somebody says I'm back, I'll just read some comments. Very beneficial to go the extra mile rather than leading with your pocket. Long-term strategy. So some people say to me, but I got sales off that post, or somebody joined my team off that post. Awesome. And it doesn't mean that it's never going to work for you, but it really is a short-term strategy, not a long-term strategy. Thank you, Sean. So if you are in this business for the long haul, if you want to grow a quality team and stay stable, thanks guys for letting me know that I'm back, and stay stable in your business, rather than what happened to me in my previous company was, once I worked out what I was doing, had a lot of growth. There's the timer, so I'm almost finished. Kathy, this is awesome. I need to go back and look at what Helen said about Facebook stories. Yeah, do that, Kathy. If you want stable growth, rather than what happened with my previous company, I had fast growth. But if they're not the right people and they haven't got the right, what's the word I'm looking for? Not work ethic, but goals, what's the word I'm looking for? But yeah, basically Sandrine sort of said it there. It's not sustainable. People come and then they go. And that's, one of the hugest failures of network marketing is that people can grow really fast or get a few people in, but then people disappear as fast as they're coming in. And that's what happened to me in my previous company. So, you give out good value and attract people to you, and you can have, yes, I've had really fast growth in my business, particularly in the last month, but I know they're quality people. So it makes a huge difference because you're attracting different people to you, just not the fly-by-nighters. They're there to build a great business, and that's their goal and dream, and I'm there to support them. So quality content. So that also comes down to knowing who your target market is. This is the whole branding piece. Who are you talking to? What do you understand your target market? Who are you trying to attract to you? Do you understand their pains and struggles, and then giving value around those pains and struggles? So it's good quality content for your target market. But if you don't know who your target market is and you're just spruiking on social media, you could be spending a lot of energy. Hey Sal, you could spending a lot of energy giving out content and going live and doing posts and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't know who you're talking to or you're trying to attract, and you're trying to attract anybody and everybody to you, you're going to be wasting a lot of effort and time being really untargeted. Okay. Hey Bella, good to see you jump on. So the last two, number 9, no surprise, consistency. If you want to avoid the decline in organic reach in your business on social media, you must be consistent. It's turning up when you don't feel like turning up. I don't know if you guys can pick it, but I'm not that flash this morning, and I've had a pretty tough couple of days. And I'll stop talking about it because I'll get upset. But I'm still here talking to you. And I would never not do that because that's my commitment to you guys. It's about you. It's not about me. Yes, I need to look after me, but it's about you guys and giving you value no matter what's happening in my world. So that's consistency. It's always about giving value to other people. Okay? Number 10 is analytics. So what I mean by analytics is stats and analyzing what you're doing and being smart about your business and looking back at the end of a fortnight or a month or saying, okay, what posts work and what posts didn't work? Okay, that post got no engagement on it or no comments on it. So perhaps that's not really resonating with my audience. That one was, that took off like a rocket. Like, that's amazing, that post. Maybe I'll do more of that. So it's about being smart. If you've got a business page, are you looking at the Insights tab? Are you just pushing on the Insights tab, then pushing on the Post tab and having a look around at all this data that Facebook is giving you about who's on your page, what age bracket, thank you, Nicole. What age bracket are they? What countries are they coming from? What organic reach did Facebook give you? What was the engagement? All that data is there. Facebook is collecting it for you. Yes, Sean, work smart, not hard. But if you're just one of these people that like, okay, I'm on social media, I'll post 3 times a day on my newsfeed on Facebook, I'll post 5 times a day in my story, I'm posting, I'm going live. Okay, but what's working and what's not working? Have you even bothered to look at the analytics when it's given to you, or just assess for yourself what did people enjoy listening to and what people are not digging, should we put it that way, what people are not engaging with. So be smart about your business. That's going to help you overcome in the declining organic reach when you know what people are loving more of, and perhaps so stay away from like in my boot camp when we talked about content creation, I gave you guys that were in there that are in my coaching community 9 different types of content to put out. So you trial those 9 different ways, different types of content, and through the analysis of looking at those different types of content and be like, okay, that one actually works really well. Or that one's not so, because maybe my audience isn't big enough yet for that kind of content. Maybe I'll stick with this because this is working well, and I'm not ready for that type of content yet because no one's really engaging with that. But I know when I get a bigger audience, because I'm running a likes campaign on my business page and I'm getting quality targeted people there, maybe that kind of content will be, maybe for later. So, if you're not doing that kind of analysis, and looking at the data that's around your posts, your lives, that kind of thing, have a look at shared content with your engagement versus original content, all that kind of stuff you should be looking at, analyzing, all those kind of things. So is that helpful to you guys, those 10 ways? I would really encourage you to, hopefully you wrote them down. If not, that's what the replay's for, to give you, the opportunity to rewind and just sort of work them out. But I can't tell you enough times how important live video is. So if you're not there yet, I applaud those of you that are in a 30-day Facebook Live online crew video challenge, because you're embracing it. You're just there, you're doing it, you're consistent. The consistency is really, really important in going live. And the reason why we're doing 30 days is it creates more of a habit. So when you're in more of a habit, you're likely to continue your lives after the 30 days. So that's what we want for you. Kelly, you're awesome. Helen, please take care of you. Thank you, Kelly. I really appreciate that. So I hope that's helpful. I've gone over time. Those of you not familiar with me, I'm trying to keep my lives, so we're all busy people. I'm busy, you're busy. I don't want to keep you here longer than you need to, so I try to keep on track. I've gone a little bit over today, but I hope that that's worth it for you to get a little bit smarter in your business and do things that are going to help your organic reach, not hinder your organic reach, okay? So those of you that are on the 30-day Facebook Live video challenge, I'm going to go in live in that group over the weekend and give you more content ideas for the coming week. Those of you that are in my coaching community, we're going to be doing that networking boot camp next week, which will be really valuable to you if you're not doing Facebook advertising and you want to network with more people on social media, but you're not quite sure how. Any of you that are not in my coaching community that want to get into that boot camp, you can access that boot camp in my coaching community for the whole month of March for free. If you don't want to stay in there, you don't find the value in there, by the end of the month, then you are free to leave. So, but you can get access to either the video challenge or my coaching community from www.helenmartinonline.com. I've written it up above. There's graphics that indicate, it's very self-explanatory when you go over to, my website. So thank you for all your comments, guys. It is the weekend for me. Some of you would have just kicked into the weekend, maybe overseas in the States. So I hope you have the most enjoyable, valuable weekend. Have some fun. And I look forward to seeing you next week for some more awesome information about how to grow your business online and on social media. And those of you in the video challenge, I'll be seeing you again before the weekend is out over in that group, okay? So any curlies this week? I'm not going to tell you that now. You have to wait and see. So all right, take care. Enjoy the beautiful day. Thanks, guys. I will see you next week. Bye.